Top 10 Causes of Global Warming. Global warming looms large over humanity. Worldwide greenhouse gas emissions attributed to human activities increased 45% from 1990 to 2020. The rise in carbon dioxide concentrations in the atmosphere accounts for approximately 80% of this increase. The first main cause of global warming are power plants. In a study published in Environmental Research Letters, 5% of the 29,000 power plants surveyed were responsible for 73% of the global electricity generation industry's CO2 emissions. These hyperpolluting power plants are found in places like East Asia, India, and Europe. Inefficiency is a big reason. There are around 8,500 coal power plants in operation globally, but they produce 1/3 of total greenhouse gases. This makes them the largest single source. Second is agriculture. According to the World Bank, it is a big driver of climate change, producing between 19 to 29% of total greenhouse gas emissions. Emissions are likely to rise due to the demand for more food production to feed the world's growing population. Methane is a big concern since it is 26 times stronger than carbon dioxide, released from livestock and rice production. Third is vehicle and transport. Transport has the highest reliance on fossil fuels of any sector and accounted for 37% of CO2 emissions from end-use sectors in 2021. Globally, the aviation industry will likely produce around 43 metric gigatons of CO2 through 2050. Ships release almost 3% of the world's carbon dioxide emissions. With expanding international trade, it's expected that ship and boat emissions could increase 250% by 2050. The fourth are landfills. As trash breaks down in landfills, it releases methane and nitrous oxide gases. Approximately 18% of methane gas in the atmosphere comes from waste disposal and treatment. Fifth is offshore drilling. This is the extraction of petroleum in rock formations beneath the seabed. Companies drill wellbores. For a while, offshore drilling was considered efficient with limited methane leakage. However, a study by scientists from Princeton University found that extracting oil and natural gas in the North Sea released a lot more methane than previously estimated. The survey found that on average, methane leakage during normal operations was more than double the reported emissions. Sixth is fracking. The process involves shooting high-pressure liquid into rocks and boreholes deep beneath the ground, opens fissures for the extraction of oil or gas. A 2019 Cornell University report found chemical fingerprints linking increased methane to shale oil and gas. These chemical fingerprints also help the research pinpoint fracking as the cause of methane release and not livestock. Seventh is deforestation. They're home to countless plant and animal species, they produce medicine and food, and they support millions of jobs. They're also essential in combating global warming. When trees perform photosynthesis, they drink carbon dioxide from the air, store it, and release oxygen. Wood is made almost completely from carbon. When forests are destroyed, all that carbon is released. As of 2021, deforestation is responsible for less than 10% of the global warming pollution. Eighth is overfishing. A major issue affecting ocean health. As the fish species become depleted, fleets have begun moving deeper and deeper into the ocean, disrupting the ocean systems. Overfishing and global warming have a close relationship, as it increases the risk of ocean warming because it affects the resilience of marine species. In turn, ocean warming harms biodiversity. The more fish and marine life there are, the more carbon emissions are stored, which reduces global warming. Ninth is melting permafrost. Permafrost is soil that's been at or below freezing for at least 2 years. This frozen ground covers about 9 million square miles of the northern part of the planet. In parts of the northern hemisphere, there's twice as much carbon stored in permafrost than what's in the Earth's atmosphere. According to the National Snow and Ice Data Center, if 10% of the carbon believed to be stored in permafrost was released, it would equal about 1 billion metric tons per year. As global warming increases due to greenhouse emissions, permafrost softens and melts. As permafrost melts, ancient stores of methane and carbon dioxide are released and the cycle is set off again. 10th factor is consumerism. In 2015, a study revealed the production and use of household services and goods drove 60% of global greenhouse gas emissions. While each individual purchase does not make a big difference, it adds up quickly when everyone is in denial about consumerism's impact on global warming. Most people would probably love to change their lifestyles to benefit the planet, but factors like finances and access to climate-friendly products and services play a huge role.